Welcome to Life On Unleaded. I'm Karsenbarg and today I'm living with a Bentley Continental GTC. The Bentley Continental was released back in 2003 in its coupe guise, followed by the Flying Spur 4-door saloon and the convertible GTC version in 2005 and 2006 respectively. You can also get a GT Speed model, which is upgraded from the standard GT, and a proper stripped out hardcore Bentley, which is the Super Sports, and that's the top of the range. All of the standard Continental models use a whopping great big 6-litre twin-turbo W12 engine that puts out just over 550 brake horsepower and over 650 Nm of torque, and that catapults this 2.5-ton British monster from 0 to 60 in about 4.8 seconds. To put that into perspective, an Aston Martin DB9 will do 0 to 60 in about 4.6 seconds, and an Audi R8 will do it in 4.4. This car is almost a ton heavier and it still manages to keep up. Some people might think that living with a Bentley is a bit like this. You know what? I should probably get another butler. However, in reality, it's a bit like this. Oh, this is boring. This is boring. Oh, this is so boring. You know what? F it. As you'd expect, the fuel economy is absolutely horrendous. Driving sensibly, you'll struggle to do over 18 miles per gallon, and if you put your foot down, you'll get into single figures easily. In fact, if you don't want to buy a Bentley, but you want the experience of owning a Bentley, get yourself a nice 2-litre convertible diesel, nice little bag of pound coins, and every couple of miles, just throw one out the window. That's pretty much what it's like. That being said, this car is stunning and it's actually quite subtle in its appearance. Those people who like cars will know that it's a Bentley and they'll appreciate it, but those who don't will probably think it's just any other sort of convertible. Now, that might not be great if you're looking for a car that's a bit flash, but then again, if you're after a nice, subtle, elegant Grand Tourer, then this is pretty much on the money. Bentley are synonymous with luxury, and the inside of this car is a fantastic place to be. The leather is just brilliant, the stitching oozes quality. I love the features on the dash, and especially these paddles as well, it is great. The inside of this car is so warm and inviting, you just feel comfortable. When you're driving, you literally just make yourself at home. What? Now, this particular model I'm driving is a 2007 57 plate Bentley Continental GTC Mulliner with about 35,000 miles on it. Now, this car brand new is probably worth about 140 to 150 grand including extras. However, in today's market, this car is probably worth between 55 and 60,000 pounds. And some of the earlier convertible GTCs, 56 plates with around 40,000 miles on them, can be picked up for as low as 45,000 pounds. If you're in the market for a Bentley, the cheapest models to go for would be the early coupes. You can pick up a 2004 53 plate with about 40,000 miles on it for between 30 and 35,000 pounds. Now, I'd need to tell you that that's cheap for a Bentley. Also, the new Continental GT, which they've just released, doesn't actually look too dissimilar to this one, and in fact, most people probably wouldn't even know the difference. Now, the prospect of buying a 10-year-old Bentley might scare some people. However, you can get a warranty for a 2004 Bentley Continental GT Coupe with around 40,000 miles on it for about £1,300. It's pretty good considering Bentley will probably charge you about 2 grand for it. When it comes to servicing, they have a minor service 1 year, major service next year, then a minor service next year, then you get the idea. Now, the minor service starts at just over £650 and the major service is just over £1,300. The tyres for the Bentley Continental GT are exactly the same for the front and the rears. The cheapest ones we found online were £130, averages were about £250, and the most expensive ones we found were just over £330. Now, despite the fact I probably prefer the coupe version of a car if available against the convertible, I actually prefer the GTC against the coupe. Most convertibles, they look awful when the roof's up and the ride quality is compromised most of the time. It doesn't handle as well. However, in this instance, I much prefer the topless Bentley. However, if you do buy the GTC and you've got a stupid haircut like me and you decide to have the roof down, make sure you buy the wind deflector, because if you do put the roof down, you're going to have a bad time. As you'd expect with the Grand Tourer, the ride quality in this car is fantastic and the soundproofing is brilliant too. You literally could just take this across country and it would just be comfortable hours on end. One thing I will say though is this car doesn't exactly handle very elegantly. You're not going to be thrashing this around corners like a Ferrari, but then again, I guess it doesn't have to be. It's not a supercar. However, they might as well have made it one, because being a GT car with 4 seats, it really hasn't got a lot of room in the back. Even though this car is 10 years old and into 2 months production, I still think it stands out from the crowd. And even though it's probably one of the thirstiest cars I've ever driven, it is one of the most fantastic Grand Tourers to live with, and it's still got enough go to leave most sports cars behind. So that's what I thought it was like to live with a Bentley Continental GTC. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. It's quite high, I don't think you can be able to see my pants. I probably will look like I'm naked.
Probably will.
Awesome. Now the sun in my face. Cover the dish a bit. That's right, love, I'm not wearing any clothes. Good day to you. Still windy. Hello. Jesus Christ, you see that? Fucking tractor almost hit me. Oh, it's so fucking cold. I almost got hit by a tractor. Imagine that in the morgue. The death certificate. He died as he lived, with no clothes on, driving fast cars, eating cereal. So that's what I thought it was like to live with a Bentley Continental GTC for the day. Ow, just bang my head on that. What is that? Why has it got... What the f*** is that? It's huge. We can edit that out. That can go in the outtakes.